still not showing me live. I don't know what's wrong. It won't let me go live. Like I kind of am. Like I have a red light on my picture here. Is it maybe because my internet's just not good enough? That's got to be what it is. That's got to be what it is. My internet just isn't good enough, so it's not going to let me go live. I don't know. Obviously, nobody's going to be here to see it because I'm not actually live. Even though I'm here filming, it says on my phone I'm live. It shows on the icon on another device that my red dot is on my name. There's the camera. There's a red dot on my name like I'm live. But once I click it, it doesn't go into anywhere live. I don't know why I'm showing this all to my phone, but I am. It's just not here. It's just stupid. So upset and disappointed. Really was excited to do this today. It's stupid. The only thing I can figure is that the internet just isn't good enough. Like the Wi-Fi is just not good enough and it's just not allowing me to do it. I don't know. I've tried it 3 different ways now. I reposted a whole nother post to schedule it. Tried to go live with that. I deleted that one and went ahead and just went straight live without having to schedule it. That didn't work. Like I'm live right now. But it shows on my icon that I'm live.
Oh, wow. But yeah.
On here, it shows I've got a red light, but I'm not actually live. You go click on it, there is nothing that's live. There's no anything.
What does the red mean?
It means that I'm live. It means that I am. Somebody's watching something
there you go.
somehow. No, that's old, bro. It's old.
Yeah, you're right. I flicked it up.
Somebody was watching for a second.
Should I go outside?
I don't think I'm gonna be able to over here. I keep getting a viewer popping on here and there. I don't understand
how.
how.
Me? No, that's not me.
Nobody's watching. Like
I can't.
I don't know.
Pull it up.
I do not know. Not really happy about it.
Yeah, I'm even under your live.
Yeah, like I said, I'm going to lives. Like I'm going to everything.
It should be on the home screen.
It should be on the home screen. It should be on your subscriptions. It should be on the home. It should be on my page where my live is. Like it should be on. Like I have 4 people watching.
The transgender thing is.
How do I have 4 people watching? How is that even possible if I can't find it on my other account?
Right.
You can't find it.
I know.
So how is there 4 people watching? And I can't see the comments to see if they're saying anything. Start a poll. Ask the community. Can you hear me? Start a poll. I don't know. I don't have a way to see chat on here. Like, this is ridiculous. I go live on... I don't know. So... And then I have a like. So somehow somebody's able to watch me. I don't know why I can't watch the lives. But I guess somehow you guys are watching me. Hit that like button if you guys are able to see and hear me okay. I think that's the only thing I can see that knows that the only way I can tell. You guys gotta hit that like button so I know that. Again, I really don't understand why I can't pull this up on another account. Somehow people are seeing me. Again, chat, I'm really trying to make sure you guys can hear and see me. Please hit that like button so I can confirm. That'll help me figure it out. I don't know. I just feel like it's like fake Facebook algorithm. Well, I guess we're just gonna go ahead and do it. Pretend like it is live. Pretend like there is people here watching, even though I can't find it for the life of me on any of my accounts or anything. How's it going, folks? All set up here at Repticon Orlando. Just getting started on doing a little bioactive demonstration. Again, hopefully you guys can hear me. Hopefully you guys can see me. If not, what's up, Billy? This will just be something I do for the fun of it, I guess. Make sure you guys hit that like, hit that subscribe, and then, like I said, I'm just going to go ahead and get into it and help these customers, and then we'll get it going on building this terrarium. Maybe if anything, it'll just be a video later. It's not live now. Somehow, some way, it'll just be a video later. YouTube. Yep. Yep. Oh yeah. Check it out, y'all. Look at that. That's wild. What kind of monkey is it? Squirrel monkey? That's cute. What's up, little guy? Hey there, buddy. Yeah. That's so cool, man. Appreciate you, brother. Me too. All right. Still trying to get a confirmation somehow. Can somebody comment to let me know that y'all can see or hear me? Or is this just like YouTube bots that are somehow watching my stuff? I don't even know who did comment that anything would pop up. Really, really confused. Really confused. It would have been so cool too to be live and that guy was just showing his freaking squirrel monkey. Really confused. Do not understand. Try and switch to this account. Nope. And again, from this account, I can't see it either. So I don't think that I'm actually live. I think that whatever these viewers and one like that I got has got to be bots. It's got to be like, I don't know, YouTube algorithm bots to make me feel like people are watching. I don't know. I'm on two different accounts over here trying to pull up the live. We got somebody else trying to pull up the live. Like, it's not live by any means that I can understand. So wild. So wild. Unless, again, I just think that the internet just isn't good enough for it to like be live maybe, or for everybody or something. I don't know. Unfortunate. But we're still going to go ahead and do this like I planned. And if anything, hopefully this will just be a video later on. That'll be saved to my YouTube channel that people can watch at another time, hopefully, I guess. So again, how's it going, folks? We're here at Repticon Orlando. Just gonna go ahead and get started here on
12x12x18 Exoterra bioactive setup. This is something that'll be appropriate for like a crested gecko, maybe a frog, a gargoyle gecko, something that's got a little boreal needs and likes high humidity. How we doing? Not too bad. If you have any questions or anything, just let me know.
Yeah, I have one of these. So I'm just wondering, like, do you have to add, like, I just have a tiny gecko in there right now. He's not big yet. But I don't have to change the soil or anything.
The idea is that if you set it up properly and you have your cleanup crew and everything in there, you shouldn't have to. Is that indefinite? No, you can't say indefinite on it, but there are going to be reasons where you may need to in the future, but it's a long-term solution. Yeah. Yeah, as long as everything's looking well, nothing's like crashed or anything, and have it all dry out or whatever, should last a long, long time.
I'm just, because he's still so tiny, I don't think I need one of those cleaner ones yet.
Well, they'll help also take care of the plant waste as well, not just the animal waste. They break down organic materials, not just poop. So they break down leaves and things like that. And they'll also take care of any mold buildup. You get springtails as well. When you're spraying everything, you got water in there, usually you'll get a little mold, mildew, or fungus buildup. The springtails take care of that.
Alright, well, I'm still thinking about this, so thank you.
All right, chat. Yeah, that'll have to be a periodic thing that'll happen during the live. I'm here at the show live, so I'm gonna have customers that are gonna need to get my attention, and I'll have sales I'll have to make. And like I said, I'll just be a part of the live today. So anywho, we'll go ahead and get started. So with these Exoterras, something that definitely helps with working on them is these doors come off really, really easy. Just kind of push down on the bottom here, and you're gonna pull up on the door there. Pulls the peg out the bottom, and you just pull the peg out the top. Same thing on this side. So you're just pulling the peg out. Real simple. How y'all doing?
Good, I didn't know if you were filming or
I am. I'm live, but I'm here taking care of customers as well.
I didn't know that you could do this. Please continue.
Right on.
You can take the glass off.
Yeah. So for our first layer that we're gonna do, we're gonna need a drainage layer. For that, there's a lot of different things you can use. You can use lava rocks, stones, pebbles, pea gravel. But for most people, we like to use Leca clay balls. It's very lightweight, retains water really well, creates a really great space for beneficial bacteria to grow. So like I said, we'll start with that. Generally, I'd recommend everything you try and put in your setup as much as you can to rinse it all off, including these. I'd even let them soak a little bit to retain some water before I put them in here. But because we're at the show here, I'm a little limited with what I can do. I'm just gonna kind of even them out a little bit. How y'all doing? Yeah, he's here somewhere. He's kind of set up on that side, but he's here somewhere. Yeah, we got put on this side of this show, unfortunately. Sounds great, thank you. All right. Come on, tape. There we go. So after your drainage layer, you're gonna have screen mesh. It's gonna help keep the drainage layer and the substrate layer from combining into one layer, keep them a little more divided. You wanna make sure your screen mesh is cut just a little bigger than your terrarium. You want to kind of overhang the glass just a little bit. I definitely say for me, I've got such bad OCD, I could sit here for an hour trying to get this screen just the right way. But at some point, you just kind of have to let it go. This is a deterrent. It is not 100% preventive. Some of it might go down a little bit. Some of it might not. most of it will stay protected. And then you don't want some awkward big amount of screen in the front obscuring a view. All right, I think we're gonna press on. The screen's rolled up really well. Maybe you know what? We'll turn it the other way. That's what I'll do. That's what I'll do. There we go. That makes more sense. Keep trying to keep my big hairy arm out of the view of the camera, chat. I apologize for that. Not that I actually think I have a chat, because again, I don't think this slide is actually working. But we're gonna go through the phases like it is. All right, I'm done fiddling with that. After that, your next layer is gonna be substrate. For that, we use my own substrate, my own little blend. My packaging here is done specifically for this size setup. So there's a perfect amount in here for a 12 by 12 by 18. Now we're also gonna go ahead and break into some leaf litter. It's got some swamp Spanish oak, some pin oak, they also call it. I'm gonna go ahead and crumble some of these leaves up. It's gonna help give more nutrients to the substrate, more stuff for the plants to grow, and also help it make it a little more aerated, so the water will drain a little better through it. All right, once you've done that, you're just gonna go ahead and give everything a good mix. Usually I do this outside of the setup and then put all of the substrate and everything in. But again, we're here at the show, so I'm very limited with what I can accomplish for y'all. And also, because I forgot the charcoal layer, we're gonna go ahead and mix the charcoal right into the substrate. That's totally an appropriate thing to do. I just prefer to do it as a layer, usually when I do it, but you can just mix it right into the substrate. Charcoal is really good to have in the setup because it's gonna help filter out the water as the water flows up and down the water cycle you're creating with the drainage layer you've got in there. And then it's also gonna help filter out the air in the setup, keep everything fresh and clean smelling. And then it's gonna provide nutrients and stuff for the plants and other inverts in there. If you're a gardener, put charcoal in your garden. It's great nutrients for plants and stuff. All right. So then once you've got it all mixed in, what you want to do with your substrate to help give a little more definition and a little more depth to your tank is to kind of slope it a little bit towards the back of the setup. And that'll help give a little more visual appeal to the setup. So you want your substrate to kind of be higher in the back than in the front. All right. After that, I think our next step is going to be hardscape. I'm going to get some wood in there. Got quite a few different pieces over here that I was going to try to fit in here. I'm not sure which ones yet I'm going to decide on. But we'll play with it a little bit and see what we're liking. I'm also going to go ahead and do some leaves on top too while we're here. We'll go ahead and do our leaf layer right now. Definitely make sure you're generous with your leaves. Again, this is stuff that the isopods are going to hide in. They're going to break down. The springtails will even break them down a little bit. and it's going to become nutrients for your plants and stuff. If y'all have any questions or anything, just feel free to shout out.
Just keep talking.
Just keep talking. That sounds great.
Do everything.
All right, I think I'm gonna go ahead and take the lid off just to give myself a little more room to work with also. All right, got this big piece of oak bark here. I wanted to try and incorporate it. Was hoping maybe it would kind of make a little space for like a gecko or something to hide behind maybe. Don't just get settled on how you want to put your hardscape in. Play around with it a little bit before you really decide how you want it to look. Maybe you don't even want to use the pieces you have, and maybe you want to look at something else. Yeah, see, I'm not sure that I like that one. We'll venture back to it. I think this one's gonna be more my style. Yeah, like that, I think. Like that, I think. So I'm gonna kind of smush it into the substrate a little bit, wedge it in, we'll wiggle around and stuff, trying to help get the substrate to compact around it. It'll help keep it in place. Usually with doing like a really nice fancy background, you could really spray foam this all in and everything if you're really wanting to do something really high end. But again, here at the show, you're limited with what I can do. Something with a really nice spray foam background, everything that takes days, takes lots of different processes of drying agents and stuff to get it all accomplished. Nothing that can be done here at the show or in a live in an hour or two. All right. I don't know, chat. I feel like maybe it's going to be too much. I feel like maybe it's going to be too much. I don't know. I can break a little bit off the top. I don't know. Yeah, I definitely don't want it on the back. That seems silly. Yeah, I think we're just going to go out without that one. I was not feeling it. That's all right. We got some other stuff to get in there. Got a nice little cork around here. So it's a little more packed in, not a whole lot of movement space in there. So that's actually kind of something we want to have for them too. And I also got another like cork branch here. So something like that maybe. Again, make sure you mess around with the hardscape a little bit before you really settle on how you want it to be in the setup. You know, you only want to do this once. You don't want to have to keep resetting it all. Yeah, I think I like that better. So again, I'm just going to kind of smush the hardscape into the substrate, kind of get it all wedged in there a little bit. Try and wedge the pieces together some. Same thing with this one. And of course, we'll have to break this guy. I can't just have sticking out the top like that. That would not work. There. Yep. Drop the light and everything. Little wreckage. Y'all set? Just holler at me when you are. No rush. All right. Got that piece broke. Go ahead and get it in here. One. Put your bag, boss. All right. Cash a card. $20. Yep. Thank you much. You as well. Oh, really? Is she? Well, good. I'm glad, because I've been wondering this whole time if anybody's actually seen me. I can't pull it up on any of my other accounts. My buddy couldn't pull it up on his. Okay. Cool. Thank you, man. Awesome. You as well. How we doing? All right, so I guess that confirms that somebody's watching. Somebody's mom's watching. So I appreciate you, GG. I mean, again, I've got viewers. I don't know why I can't pull up the live on my other accounts. It's just strange. Very strange. All right, I think I gotta break this one just a little bit. Maybe I can wedge the lid on it. I did want this piece to kind of sit more flush to the side, though. That's definitely how I envisioned it. But it doesn't wedge well if I do that. Definitely like it better the other way. What do y'all think? Again, I wanted this flat piece to be up against the glass. I thought that would be the most appealing way. I don't know, maybe that'll work. We get the lid on it. I'm gonna hold it in place, I think. Probably don't need to access it anymore from the top. Yeah. I'll wedge it like that. Like this, like that. How y'all doing? Doing great. How's that looking, chat? That's looking pretty good, I think, right? Yeah, I think that's looking pretty good. All right, so what do we got next? After leaves, hardscape, we've got a vine. Got this little fake vine. I like to use in a lot of my different setups. It's very bendable. It works really great. It is a little bit of a tedious effort to put it all on here, though, so I will understand if some of you don't sit here and watch the whole thing, but I will be here for a couple minutes doing this. All right. Where do I start this bad boy from? Hmm. Like how it come up there. Okay. Utilize the natural split in this cork bark here. All right, that's wedged in there pretty good, I think. Definitely want to make sure whenever you're done doing your setup that any leaf litter you have in here, that it's not like coming out the edge. It will create a space for critters like isopods and springtails to easily escape. You just want to kind of make sure you tuck it in a little. How's everybody enjoying their Saturday? Doing well, doing well. So again, with this vine, I'm just going to kind of take some random points and wrap the pieces around until it starts looking like something, chat, you know? No real rhyme or reason. Trying to get those out of my way. They're like in my face. Yo, my face. How we doing? Sure. Mm-hmm. I mean, my setup kits, if you're just trying to like care for the isopods, they're great little kits. It's how I set up a lot of my isopods first starting out, especially. Yeah, it has a little bit of substrate in it. It's not that amount, but it's got everything to fit this size setup. So you get a little piece of cork, you get an appropriate amount of substrate, you get some sphagnum moss, leaf litter, cuttlebone, and seed pod, and a sample of my isopod dye. This would be its own thing. Yeah, this would be its own thing on a shelf or something. No, this is it. Yeah, all you gotta do is add water, and I even have a link. I have a link on my isopod diet sample to a 2-minute video. You guys can see it too. A little 2-minute video on how to set it up in case you need a little advice or whatever. Sounds great. Sounds great. Let's go ahead and stick those right in there, yeah? And you need a bag for that? Yeah, I can get you a bag. Oh, we got this one little stick over here. I broke off that one. We can put that in there. Yeah. Yeah, see? Yeah. Anything else for you? Springtails? Okay. Yeah, that'd be fine. Cash your card. It's 28 with cash. $30. And 2 is your change. Thank you. Enjoy the rest of the show. Yeah, got one left. Dairy cows. These guys right here. All right. Just gonna stick this one kind of down here at the bottom a little bit. Wrap this fine around. I'll pull it onto the bottom. Okay. Again, chat, I do apologize for my hairy arm always getting in the way of this. I don't know how else to set this camera up to showcase what I'm doing. Maybe you like hairy arms. I don't know. Maybe that's your thing. If you're here for the hairy arms, maybe you should subscribe to another channel. Maybe there's like an OnlyFans channel or something you should subscribe to. It's starting to become something. Starting to become something. Again, I don't understand why I'm live but not live. I can't see the live on any of my accounts. My friend can't see the live. Yeah, only the armadillo and antelope. Dairy cows don't. Yeah, dairy cows are more what they call like a wood lice style isopod. Right, get your bag. Definitely springtails. Should always have springtails and everything. Sure, you want to start a kit as well? Sure. The Kasha card. All right, chat. Just bear with me here 1 second. I gotta do a card. There we go. Sorry. There we go. Sorry about that, chat. We was dreams. We're here. Maybe that'll actually fix my issue I was having, anyways. Cause like I'm live, but I'm not. I know it's messed up. Something's wrong. For those that are able to watch it, I appreciate you being here. But everybody cannot watch it for some weird reason. The only thing I can figure is that my internet here is maybe just not powerful enough to stream this live, and because of that, it's only allowing certain people to see it. I don't know, chat. I'm not certainly not going to try and pretend like I know anything about technology. I'm certainly not going to pretend as a almost 45-year-old man about to become a grandpa that I know anything about freaking how any of this works. A little hole in there I can stuff this vine into. Yeah, I like that. Yeah, there we go. So yeah, the spine is like basically a piece of wire that they have spray foamed with something and then put some sort of paint on it. I'll assume it's all safe. It is a product sold for the animal hobby, so but it's nothing that I make, so I don't really know. No, you know. But I know that ZooMed, I believe, specifically has like a packaged one of this vine. I think though that this vine in particular is more of a bulk kind of purchase you can get as like a pet store kind of owner kind of thing, you know. that I'm a pet store owner. I just get them from Family Reptiles here at the reptile shows. They get them in. You know, I'm sure it's something they're getting in from overseas or something. But I haven't had any problems with them. They work great. I'm sure eventually they do break down. It is just, you know, foam. Same thing with your foam backgrounds that you try to make it all nice and fancy too. Those are eventually going to break down as well. Maybe we'll wrap a line around it. Oh, okay. I don't like that that's not in there anymore. It was in this crease really well, and now it won't stay in. No real obvious like purpose for the vine in this setup. You know, it's not nothing you have to have. It's just a more aesthetic thing. Helps bring the setup to life, in my opinion. I'm gonna put this in this hole. Oh, that's gonna get loud, Chad. I'm sorry.
Lexus, we need to move that immediately to our blocking trailers. White Lexus at the back roll-up door needs to be moved, please, and thank you.
Bum, bum, bum. All right, I think, we got one more here. So also the vine is going to help hold all the hardscape together. Twisting it all around each piece kind of locks each piece in with one another, makes it a lot more stable, sturdy kind of setup. You know, nothing that a gecko is going to hop on and move. We didn't have to use spray foam to make it work. Just kind of got everything wedged in there in a good way, and then we used the vine to lock it all in. GG. How y'all doing? Doing well? All right, so I think we're on to the plant phase. I think that's where we're at, chat, and I brought quite a few different things to put in here from the house. I think we'll start off with this Rex begonia. Let's go ahead and get it out of its pot and help get some of the substrate off the roots and stuff before I bring it under the camera. Oh, Rex begonia, beautiful plant. Broke one off there. That's a shame. Broke one off getting that in and out of the bag I brought it in. I think it's gonna. Yeah, I think right in there. Yeah. Right here we got this splitting this log. It's a popular spot. Just gonna kind of pack it in, pack the substrate in around it. Maybe try and smush this leaf back on here that's kind of broke. Rip the leaf. That's all right. Eventually it'll grow a whole lot more. You'll have to trim them all back. It'll be so overburdened with these. If you have any question or anything, just let me know. This is a starter kit for isopods. Yeah, to keep isopods in. Yeah. Yeah. What are you setting it up for? Mhm. Okay. So if you're wanting to get something like this today, you could put, just a few isopods in it, start growing them out, and that way it would save you a few bucks, and you could add them to your terrariums as you get a colony going. And then also because those all are bug-eating animals, it gives you a place to have somewhere to come and get more bugs from in case you think maybe you haven't seen any in a while. However, you don't have to do that if you're not wanting to. I could set you up with like a dwarf species that live primarily in the substrate. You're never going to have to worry about the animals eating them all. They're going to do a great job. You don't really have to care for them in their own separate bin. That sounds great. I would love to sell you on a setup kit. I'm just saying we don't have to go that route. I'd like to save you a few bucks if I can, but if you're all for it, let's do it. Yeah. There's no isopods or anything in the kit. It's just whatever you want to. Yeah. And then on the kit, also the isopod diet here, the sample. There's a 2-minute video, a link to a 2-minute video on my YouTube channel to help you how to set up the kit. Appreciate while you're there. Give me a subscribe. That's what I'm on right now is my YouTube. So if I was to try and sell you on to see this, you would only need like one springtail, one thing on isopods. But the more you start off with, the faster the colony will start growing. Okay. Springtails and isopods. So those are the springtails. So these are the isopods. So again, that's what I say with the dwarf ones. I can sell you on a dwarf species, you wouldn't ever have to worry about them but you would never see them. You wouldn't get the enjoyment of something else moving in the sub. They live primarily in the subject. They're very, very, very small. But other examples that I have, most of the stuff in my bottom row is going to be a really good option for y'all. They're all readily available, hard to kill, breed really, really well. Those are some of the more popular ones. I've also got some little C's and Vias over here. Those guys are found in like South Florida area, so they're native to around this area. Yeah, so they go hand in hand as a cleanup crew. One has one job, one has another. So the isopods, they take care of the biomass, the breaking down of organic matter and stuff, the poo, the leaf litter, things like that. Springtails touch on that stuff a little bit, but their main focus is going to be mold, mildew, and fungus, where isopods do nothing for that. So they go hand in hand together as a cleanup crew. Dwarf ones will be the dwarf whites and dwarf purples. No, just the one dwarf white. Yeah, I had one customer this morning, about 12 of them. I would not mix those, one or the other. Sounds great. Let me go grab a kit from that table over there. Yeah, I got my tables all split up in this show, unfortunately. I'm freaking got a table across the way from me. Short a table at this show. Booking got all kinds of messed up for a lot of vendors from the last show here at Orlando, unfortunately. Anything else for you? Be cash or card? All right, chat. Just be one more minute again. I just have to pop over and take this card. Sure. Be cash or card? $2. Looks good. Thank you much. Enjoy the rest of the show. I lost everybody. That's all right. As far as Mhm. Are you trying to put them with anything in particular, just to keep on their own? A lot of people like the dairy cows. Definitely people like the dairy cows. But if there was more for a cleanup crew, I would use the Oreo crumbles because dairy cows have been known to nip at soft bite animals. So we don't like to suggest them to be a cleanup crew for a lot of different things. Mm. Right. Hmm. Sounds good. You cash your card. All right, chat. I'm going to have to pop away for one more second again. Sorry about that, y'all. This is going to have to be something to keep doing. All right. All right. We are back again. I'm just going to put this camera right there for a specific reason. You can see she keeps cupping that cup in her hand. I'm already suspicious that these girls stole from me earlier. Just bear with me, chat. We'll get back to the live here in a second. I got a few customers here I definitely need to monitor and take care of. Yep, you're on camera. So now she's back away from the camera. It's not something I deal with a lot of these shows, that's for sure. I don't deal with that a lot, but I know it happens. Yeah, I apologize, chat, but this is what we're doing. But, figured, screw it, I have the camera going, I have the live going. Sarah wants to steal something, let him do it on camera. I'll get back to the train in just a second. Still has the dairy cows on the other end. Still has a couple of dairy cows cupped on the other end. Okay. See it? A lot of shopper dogs, but I guess this guy just bought some stuff, right? Good time for the time. Damn rubber calls. I love them. Alright, check. Yeah, I was not sticking around. I'll get back to this trail and just pay attention now. Pay attention. Figure out what this ring out. Thing's coming along pretty good, I think. What's up, boss? Sounds great. Working on the plant phase right now, trying to get some plants planted in there. So I brought that Rex begonia there, and I've got clippings of a handful of other things. Still nothing to try. These things so weird. The whole situation feels weird. All set? Sounds great. Oh, she got the dairy cow and the zebra and a diet. I swear she started that earlier. So she must actually put it in there and I was just mistaken. We'll see. Sounds great. All right. Well, hopefully, you don't see this live, man. If you do, I apologize that I thought you were going to steal something from me. But I'm going to be honest, you looked a little sketchy. You looked a little sketchy with my stuff cupped in your hand like that off the side of the table. All set? All right. Let's go step away again, chat. So we're doing a card. Just going to run this card. All right, chat. I think hopefully we can get back on this tank. Sorry that it's taking so long to get it done, but you know, it's just how it is sometimes. I probably should have started this at 11. If I'd started the live at 11, I probably would have been able to get it done in a little more timely manner. But didn't have a whole lot of customers between 11 and 12. But we're here now, chat. We're here now. Let's not pause between customers and take care of them and hop back to the video. GG. And pull some of these plants out. So I trimmed a bunch of plants out of my plant bin at the house. Took a bunch of clippings of some things. Generally, I like to try and come to these shows and like get everything here at the show, the day of, and just have that be part of the live, but I just decided to bring a bunch of stuff at home. I already had the tank at home. Again, these tanks, if you read my description, these old Exoterra tanks, I mean, it's old now because of a few months ago, but they're no longer making this model. And the new model they have is a 1-door instead of a 2-door. And it just feels like it's made very cheap. Feels like it's made very cheap. So if you can still find any of the 2-door Exoterra tanks, I would highly recommend you pick them up because they're goodbye to an era of the amazing tank. All right, so let's separate these little bits. Figure out what I got here. Got some moss there, plants there. All right, so we got some pothos clippings here because pothos kind of grows viney. I'm definitely gonna plant it more towards the back. Yeah, sure. You can open up the drawer. Yeah, it's the last one. Yeah, definitely not the biggest ones. Not sure where I want to put this plant, chat. Not really happy with. I think this spot's I'm choosing for it. Okay, I can go with that. I'm just kind of bury it a little bit. There's that. We got another one. Put that guy tucked away in the corner a little. And I don't remember what these guys are, but they get all the little roots and stuff growing off of them. You can pretty much clip these guys and they'll start rooting in. And I'm not familiar with the name, but they're a really great plant that vines well, grows vines well. So I'm just going to kind of put this guy down here on the ground, kind of wedge bits of it into the substrate, get somewhere where it'll hold on to. Yeah, a few of these. How y'all doing? Doing well. Alright. More. Some moss pieces. Actually, let's go ahead and get some of these bigger potted plants in there, yeah? So this is a aluminum plant, they call it. Again, this one grows a lot of the roots and stuff. You would put this wherever and it would start rooting. But we're just going to go ahead and plant this guy as he is. All set? All set? All set? Yeah, it's definitely been a weird live chat. I don't know what's up with the way my live's working on this. I don't know if it's because I haven't gone live in a little while. It hasn't been like that long. Maybe because I haven't gone live in a little while. It's being weird with me. I don't know. Something's weird about it. I still can't watch it. Yeah, so. Be right back, chat. You just gotta take a card there. Pop back over the chat. Starting to get some plants in there. It's starting to look good. Yeah. All these plants will help fill it in too. They'll all start growing up as the tank gets more seasoned. I realized though that these aluminum plants are actually like two. And to be honest, I don't really need them both. I think I'm gonna save one and bring it back home. Put it back in my plant box. This tank's already got plenty of plants in it. We don't really need both of these aluminum plants. I'm pretty sure that's what these are called. That's what I've always known them as. I'm almost certain that's what they're called. I'm sure they have some other name I'm not familiar with. Just kind of, again, breaking the roots up a little bit, trying to get some of the perlite that's on there off. Right, I think we're going to put him towards the front. And we got these guys. We're going to put them towards the back. They separate, but that's okay. We're going to use both of them. All right. Those packed in real well. These guys also vine up really good as well. I was really bad about putting plants too close to the front, and next thing you know, they're in the way of the door. And it just looks so good right there. It just looks so good right there, Chuck. Can't help it. You know, just have to work around it. Just fits. And I'm gonna kind of put this plant here, a little bit in the middle. You know what? Yeah, put them in the back corner. We'll keep the middle a little more open. Usually I'd have a pair of tweezers and like big tweezers. And I'd insert the plants into the substrate with the tweezers. And I wouldn't have to do this from this awkward angle and show you all, but we're here as it is. All right, make some of these nice moss pieces. This is for like a one-time seeding, and this is like for if you wanted to keep producing more springtails for a long-term solution, keep adding to further enclosures, or maybe you have dirt frogs and they're a good food source for a dirt frog. It's a substrate to them, but they're also stuff in there they're feeding off of. It's a calcium-bearing clay substrate. It's like the best way to cultivate springtails. Yeah, I usually have hundreds of those cups at home. I supply a lot of the vendors with them and everything. It's a great way to produce springtails. I don't sell the clay, but you can find it from a lot of different places. The one that I get it from, I'm not going to be weird about it. It's just Frog and Prawn. It's the people that I get it from. It's a little pricey because you got to like buy a good amount at a time. But it's worth it. It's great stuff. It's great stuff. Not a problem. I don't know what this guy's gonna do over here. Or I kind of compete a little bit. All these plants that I'm putting over on this one side, but we'll give it a shot. So many plants are gonna go through what we call melting phase, anyways. What's up, Jerry? Yeah. You not want to be on camera? You one of those people? It's only the tank. Yeah, get you a bag. Oh, come on. The cash or card? Be right back, Chad. Thank you. Y'all enjoy the rest of the show. All right. I think we're out of the plant phase, chat. Let's go on and try and get this in there. I kind of think I do. Yeah, makes sense. Yeah, give it a little more depth, I think. All right. So next we could do. Usually I'd like try to maybe add some stones in here, like some little pebbles, maybe some little lava rock pieces or something. But I just don't have any of that stuff pulled out right now this show. So we're just gonna go without them. But we will add in some seed pods. Put in some magnolia seed pods. I've got some sweet gum. I've got a milkweed, and I've got some lotus. And just kind of put them in randomly. These will start to break down and become nutrients for the plants. The isopods and springtails will help break them down. It's their job, their role in a setup like this. Yeah, it's coming along nicely, chat. I think we're going to give it a little spray down, see where we're at. Give it a little spray down, see what's going on. Yeah, for those who were able to get on here on this live that are watching, supposedly, I appreciate you guys are like champions. I really don't know how this live has worked out at all. I still cannot pull it up on my other accounts. I can't see anywhere that shows that I'm live, but apparently I am. So, GG for those that stuck in, hung out, and stayed in there. You guys deserve your own right. But if you haven't already, I really appreciate you going and liking the stream as well. Leave me a comment, let me know what you think. If you're not subscribed, please go ahead and hit that subscribe button. It's free. All these little things you guys do really help a small content creating channel like myself grow into something a little bigger. You know, I'm trying to work my way up to 1,000 subscribers. You know, that's what you need to start being a professional YouTuber. You need that 1,000 subscribers so you can get monetized and YouTube start paying you with ads and stuff and what the heck ever, you know. So we're just searching for that first 1,000 subscribers. Should hit 200 with this, I think. I hope. I definitely know that if this was a normal live and it was working appropriately, we definitely would have hit 200 subscribers with this live. But hopefully we should. I think it started off with 195. All right, I think I'm about feeling the end of it here, chat. Some springtails. I'm gonna put some springtails in there. Let's go ahead and dump the whole cup in. It's just charcoal. Totally good for the setup. Maybe mix in a little bit though, because you know it's not necessarily the most appealing just to have a clump of charcoal sitting on top of all your nice fresh leaf litter. But those guys will disperse and they'll start breaking down everything. And then I also usually add isopods at this point too in the setup. But because I like to let my customers decide what isopods they're going to put in here, you know, sometimes people aren't super keen on bugs crawling around, and or they're getting an animal that's very, very voracious eater is going to chase down everything in the setup that moves. And for those kind of people, I'd like to suggest getting a dwarf species, either a dwarf white or a dwarf purple. Those are just a lot more appropriate for people who are not into bugs and critters who are very into bugs. All right, so we got everything wet down pretty decent. I'll just go ahead and finish this jug, make sure it's all really, really wet. Definitely don't want it to be dry. The first week or so of the setup is definitely very crucial. You want to make sure everything's working well. You definitely want to make sure there's plenty of water. But then in that first month that the setup goes through, we have a couple different phases that it goes through. One of them will be called the mold phase. When we're wetting everything down like this, you get wet wood, wet seed pods and stuff. You're going to create mold, mildew, and fungus when you have a very humid environment like that. It's just part of nature. It's the way it is. Generally, it's going to be harmless. And the springtails are going to be the ones that are going to help keep that at bay. They're going to be the cleanup crew for the mold, mildew, and fungus. The other phase that we go through is called the melting phase. And that's just where you generally expect something like 10% of your plants to just basically die and melt away. Literally, they just melt to like goop. Nothing that can be done to avoid it, unfortunately. For whatever reason, they weren't happy where you planted them. They weren't happy with how you packed the roots in. They weren't happy with the light they were getting. They weren't happy with the plant that was next to them. A whole plethora of reasons why the plant may melt away, but it's just kind of what you expect in a setup. But I think we're nearing the end of this live chat. I think I'm ready to go ahead and shut it down. I think I've got it all done. We'll probably do one little last look, one little close-up look over everything. Just trying to make sure. Oh, you know what? Let's put some other little seed pods in there. We'll do some of these guys. Just kind of randomly throw them in there. Get little pumpkins. Definitely gotta have the pumpkins. Everybody loves the pumpkins. All right. Yep, I think that's it, chat. You know what? I'll put a couple Texas stone in there. Now that's it. There we go. Send it back out, son. All done. Nice setup. About the only thing I would do differently to make this a little better for like a crested gecko, add like a feeding shelf to one side or the other, something that's suction cup or magnet or something for like a crested gecko or a gargoyle gecko. Otherwise, got this little cubby over here that a frog gecko can get down into and hide in without being stuck. Plenty of room to get in and out as long as you ain't got some big fatty frog. But yeah, that is basically it, chat. Yeah, appreciate y'all being here. Appreciate everybody hanging out through the technical difficulties that I think I've had this entire time. But we went through it. We made it through. We're here. We're done. And y'all are amazing. Till the next one, y'all. Maybe we'll do another one tomorrow. We'll see. but hopefully that one will work better. Peace.